You ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come close to her. If you with your gang, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 3, episode 13 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Well, I'm tired, boy. It's been a long work week,
Hey,
long day,
hey,
ton of podcasts.
hey.
It's been a long one, man.
It has, man. It has, man. My morning started early this morning, and I just got to the crib, changed shirts, and now I'm on the pod, man. I ate dinner as well. A quick dinner. And then hopped on the pod, man. It's been a long day. A lot of stuff going on in town sports wise. So obviously with my job, I'm busy. Got some stuff for the kids in the morning, starting at 8 o'clock. So it's gonna be another one going all the way through the end. Track meets, baseball games, all type of stuff, man. It's good, but it's tiring.
Bro, it get tiring, man. I thought, like, when we started this podcast, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna focus on that. But then you was putting that pressure on, hey man, we gotta get the Dreaded Archer podcast up there. So I started doing that. And I just got a ton of people hitting me up saying, hey, I want to be on the show. And it's like, I ain't got enough time in the day, bro. We said the other day, there is not enough time in the day.
There's not enough time in the day, and I actually told Brooke this too. And this is no knock, obviously, to the pod. I love doing the pod, and it's not going nowhere. I promise y'all that. But last week, when I got done with the pod, I told Brooke, I was like, man, that was the first time I've gotten off of the podcast, and was like, that was tough.
Yeah,
It was
tough to get through. Yeah.
because I was dead. I had no more in me. It was something every night last week. Once we got to Thursday, and I had a long day. I had a basketball game actually that wasn't scheduled, so it was like a surprise. I wasn't really prepared for it, so a surprise basketball game. Did that game? It went in It went into double overtime, if you remember, because I was texting you.
Yep.
It goes into double overtime. I'm a broadcaster, so I'm talking this entire time. This is outside the pod. I talk on the mic for a living. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I get here after double overtime, and then we go for what, 2 hours last week?
2 hours.
I'm not cutting it short because the conversation good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna cut it short. And I got off, and I was like, man, that's the first time I ever had to power through a podcast. I was kind of tough. Like, it was kind of like a job. It was like work, and I was like, man, I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Yeah.
I'm back and I'm in action. I'm tired again, and I'm still ready to give y'all one.
Wait, you can't tell. I'm trying to hold my eyes open. Hey, man, like I had to work with my boss today. And one, I worked with him yesterday. So then this morning, before I leave the house, he hit me up and said, hey, my computer crashed. I'm working with you. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go pick him up. So we go out, hit some stores. Then his boss hit him up and said, hey, I'm in town for this meeting. Where you at? He goes, oh,
Yeah.
I'm working with Trey. Well, I'm gonna come hang out with y'all. So he came and worked with us.
Yeah.
Then the guy that calls on one of our big chains, he comes to town. He hits up my boss and was like, hey, I'm in town. Are you in Sioux Falls? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come work with you. So now I got 3 big wigs working with me, and they see me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there talking my shit. And it was a stressful day, but it was a good day because I got exposed to some high level people, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And hey, that's always a good thing too. Like,
Exposure lead to expansion.
that's one of our main mottos that we started way back in season 1. Exposure leads to expansion. And we were talking about the hunting industry. We wanted to get more people that looked like us into the hunting industry.
Right.
You really exposed me. Yes, I had been hunting before, but I wasn't a hunter. I wasn't into it. You exposed me to a whole new side of it, which led to my expansion into the hunting game. I mean, you see the shirt I got on right now. Shout out to Hush.
Right.
But I've expanded my knowledge of the wilderness. I've expanded my knowledge of the animals. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
being exposed to things was always good. Now you were exposed to a hierarchy in the company.
Exactly, man.
I know you put on. I don't even have to ask.
You
So,
already know.
so I know you put on. So that's gonna lead to expansion to you in the company. You know what I mean? So it's always a good thing when we can expand. Um, but I'm gonna let that segue us into our first topic. I'm glad you said that.
Let's do it. You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast. Hey, if you're watching the show, please hit that share. Let the people know who you're watching. Don't treat us like the side chick. Not tonight.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Don't do us. But speaking of expansion, a lot of guys right now, they're coming up. Oh man, I just noticed my hat rack was empty back there. Horrible look. But anyway, a lot of guys are about to expand their brand. A lot of guys are about to expand their lifestyle. A lot of guys are about to expand their bank accounts. Coming up here soon. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously here on the Read Talk and Listen podcast, we love the NFL. And the draft is coming up.
Well, well, first the combine.
Well, first the combine, but the draft is coming up.
Yeah, the draft is coming up. Yeah.
For y'all who don't know, every year, players that are seniors in college are eligible to move on to the next level.
Juniors and seniors.
I said or eligible to move on to the next level.
I got you.
They will be selected or have the chance to be selected to further their career and play in the NFL. It gets moved from Saturday to Sunday. That's what's happening. Where Trey just mentioned, the combine is a place where the top guys, guys who are highly touted from their former universities, are all gonna meet up. They're gonna run fast. They're gonna go through drills. They're gonna catch the ball. They're gonna throw the ball. They're gonna backpedal. They're gonna cut. They're gonna slide. They're gonna jump.
You're getting measured, getting poked and probed.
And that is what it's called, the NFL Combine. It lets everyone know. It gives these NFL teams somewhat of a mark of who should be where on selection day. This year, I mean, I don't know who's going to go. Or I'm not going to say I don't know. I didn't know who was probably going to go first, and I had to go look at it. Normally you can basically watch the season.
Yep.
See who wins the Natty.
You can tell top five. You know top five.
You know who's going to go. You might not know the order, but you know who's going top five. We've run up on a situation this year, man. We've run up on a situation where not only do we not know the order, but we don't know who the top five is going to be.
We don't know top five. We don't know position. Well, we kind of know positions because if you look at Mel Kiper, who's been doing this for years, as far as doing mock drafts and breaking down guys' gameplay and all that, you know what I'm saying? He says this is going to be a O-line, D-line heavy draft. You know what I'm saying? The big man gonna finally get their shine.
The big man's gonna get his shine.
and not saying that a big man has never got their shine, but this is gonna be a year where you have multiple big men going in the first round, and not just in the first round, but
early
top 10, hell, top 15 picks easy.
Well, this is what I know for sure, right? Well, first of all, let me say this: coming from a big man myself, I'm glad. I love to see it. Will it be good for the NFL or not? I don't know. But will I love it? Yes, because it's about damn time. But the reason it never happens is because skill positions are what sells tickets. At the end of the day.
Yeah, nobody goes to a game to see no lineman. I've never heard somebody say,
unless they're your family member or something.
Yeah, but I ain't never heard nobody say, shoot, man, I'm going to see Dallas Cowboys. They got a clean ass O-line. Like, no, they want to go see Zeke Elliott. No. They want to see
exactly. You throw the O-line. They're like a little side ticket, like an appetizer or or something on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that steak and I want some potatoes too. You know what I'm saying?
Like potatoes.
If I'm talking about the O-line, like you said, if I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboy O-line, I'm talking about Ezekiel Elliott. Like Ezekiel Elliott really good because he got the big O-line up there. I'm gonna go watch the O-line and I hope Zeke do something. Like that doesn't happen. That never happens.
Never.
I'm glad it's gonna happen, but there are a few teams in the NFL that really like this is a really needed position. The interior, whether it be offensive line or defensive line. The interior is needed in the NFL right now. I mean, we can just look at the Super Bowl runner-ups.
Yep.
The Super Bowl runner up had a bottom tier offensive line last year. So let's think about that. The Super Bowl runner up, the second best team of the last season, played in the NFL.
In the world.
In the world, the second best team. Some would argue they're still the best team. Had a bottom tier offensive line. So what else do I need to draft? You see what I'm saying? I don't need anything else. I know we can get it done with these guys. My first line of or my first thing of business is going to be addressing the O line.
Yep.
Let's look at Tampa. Tampa's come out and said they're going to keep Blaine Gabbert as their guy.
Yep.
They have nothing else to shore up but an offensive line and maybe and another D lineman in there. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Offensive lineman, another D lineman in there.
Easy.
Baltimore.
O-line.
O-line. These teams look completely different with a different O-line.
Exactly.
So I understand that the draft is going to be interior.
If you give Cincinnati, you give them two. I'm talking just two more top level offensive linemen. They win Super Bowl.
Possibly, but I put nothing past AD and Von Miller.
I know, I understand that, but I'm saying if they
you gotta go get two of literally the best.
You gotta get two of the best, but then you got Joe Mixon in the back, and he toting that thing. He was toting that thing with bad O line.
Exactly. I don't know that. I will say this about the O line.
But in the Super Bowl, they matched.
I will say this about the O line. I don't know that they were bad run blockers,
but they were terrible pass blockers.
Yeah, because the story was never because Joe Mixon had a great year. You know what I mean? So the story was never they really can't block. The story was they can't keep Joe Burrow clean.
Yep, he got sacked more times than any quarterback or in the playoffs.
Yeah, more times than any quarterback in the playoffs. Joe Burrow was sacked. He had five. He got sacked 5 times in the bowl. I think
5 or 6.
You know what I mean? One sack being super crucial at the end of the game. That's one time you have to block right here, and they couldn't get it done. They couldn't get it done. But I think my biggest thing about the draft this year, I think what is most surprising is where the quarterbacks at.
Bro, we talked about this last show, dude. It is crazy when you have a draft where the only quarterbacks that you're talking about are coming from the University of Pittsburgh, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, and Ole Miss. No, I said Ole Miss.
Liberty.
And Liberty. I can't name not one player that came from Liberty, let alone a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Not that I have the knowledge that they went there.
Yeah. But the more and this is the power of the media. The media can sway you. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of this guy from Liberty, but through watching highlights and hearing analysts talk about him, they talk this guy up like he gonna be wherever he go, he gonna start.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. The media gets these guys drafted. The media gets you paid.
Yep.
The media makes if you're the guy in that contract year in the NFL or in the NBA or MLB, any professional sport, all year long, all the media is talking about is your contract. You're gonna get a deal done.
Done easy.
You have to. They have to get you a deal done because it's the spotlight's on it. If you're that guy, you're in contract year, and they're not saying anything about you in the media, you're gonna be the guy that next year that they're talking about y'all couldn't figure it out or whatever. Now you're in free agency or whatever it might be. You holding out because y'all couldn't get it done. When the media, and also if you hold out and the media is not all on it, you're not getting paid.
You're not getting paid because hey, they checking the temperature.
They checking the temperature. The media.
The temperature. Who watching? Is this guy worth paying? How's the media covering him? And how are our viewers reacting to it?
Exactly. And that's just how the game goes. So I don't know where the where the talent level has gone in the college. Oh, I'm not gonna say where the talent level has gone. How did the gap? I guess that's what I'm trying to get to. How did there become a gap? Because last year we had Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
You know what I mean? Uh, where the gap go between the years? You know what I mean? How there become such a big gap where the next guys aren't coming out till the next year?
I think COVID kind of messed everything up.
Oh, I
You know,
didn't think about that. I guess.
yeah, COVID messed everything up where you got guys that would have left that year of COVID, that year of 2020, they would have left, declared for the draft, but instead it was like, nah, I got this COVID year, I'm staying. Yes, you had some teams that didn't even play a whole season, played a couple games. It is what it is. We all know how it all turned out.
Yeah.
But you also this year, who do we get out of what that I believe is a COVID team, a COVID built team would be Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati would, if a lot of them guys that played Cincinnati would have left in 2020, but they
Facts.
stayed 2021. And what happened? They ended up in the college football playoff.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that's what happened. COVID has kind of delayed stuff. It's kind of clogged up the supply chain to the NFL.
Exactly, and then I'm glad you brought that up too because I wanted to speak on this because this is brought to my attention as well. The University of Arkansas, all the things that are going on there, new guys coming in, you know, a lot of people right behind them. The year they had last year, that was all due to COVID.
Yep.
The year they had last year is why guys are coming in, and the reason they had that year is because a lot of their old linemen were big. Or not big, but 5th year, 6th year seniors, I guess. Super seniors or whatever they're calling them.
Right.
I was about to say big seniors, but that ain't right.
Hey, no, Kim, I said Ole Miss. I might say Mississippi State, but I meant Ole Miss.
Exactly. So Arkansas was another team that have thrived from COVID. But I don't want to get too far away from the media. I know I kind of went off the rails right there, but I don't want to get too far away from the media because in this draft we do have a QB who the media might hurt him.
Yep.
The media might hurt this guy, and he's going to go by the name of Kenny Pickett. And right now, they're Kwame Brown and this guy. They're talking about his hands.
That's what they're doing. Their hands. Why is my hands a thing?
First of all, Kyler Murray is in the NFL. I don't know his glove size or hand size or whatever it might be, but
he ain't got no 8 inch stature. It ain't 8 inches.
Looking at his stature, I know his hands are probably smaller than they may want. You know what I mean? Right. So why is the media going at somebody else about their hands?
It's a story, man. Because right now, like, let's be real. There is no storyline right now in this draft.
Yeah. There's
no interesting storyline. So right now, I feel like the media is reaching like, we got to have something to talk about. We got to create some kind of story. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, what's his name? Kyle Pickett?
Kenny
Pickett. He measured at 8.5 inch hands.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, let's go with it. Like that's all you got. That's your storyline coming out of this draft. You got the guy from Liberty, and you got and it's only because he's from Liberty. That's it. He went to Auburn, transferred to Liberty. Boom. That's the story. Nobody really cared because, like, hey, quarterbacks come out of anywhere now. You know what I'm saying? So that story didn't really stick. So now it's, Kenny Pickett got small hands. What does that mean? He's been throwing the football in college, and let's be real. His hands has not affected him through high school, through college. So why all of a sudden would his hands affect him in the NFL?
I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening again. This is the second time this has happened in sports media history. Obviously, for him to be being talked about in the mentions of the draft and stuff like that, he has had a successful college career.
Right.
His hands, and then for him to be at the Division I level, he has had a successful high school career with his hands. He's a quarterback. We know he uses hands.
Right.
Why are we waiting till he's about to be given the biggest opportunity of his career to exploit this man's hands?
Dude, it's like I said, it's just because it's a story. It's something that they can grab onto and just drive in the ground.
Bluetooth disconnected.
like even when I was watching like the whole like pre-combine stuff, even the analysts had a hard time reaching. You know what I'm saying? I had a hard time coming up with reasons why this could be bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This draft and this everything could be bad for the NFL because think about this year, right? You had a young guys come in and slay the league this year.
Right.
All
Ton of
right,
them.
they slayed the league. Now now everyone's looking for that. Everyone's looking for the next Hubert or Herbert. I always miss his name, but everybody's looking for the next. They're looking for that next guy who's going to be the young buck to come in the league and take it by storm.
Right.
You know what I mean? And all these young guys are about to come into the league, and they're going to be offensive linemen, D linemen, interior heavy, and then the ones that everyone wants to look at: the quarterbacks, the receivers, the running backs. It's going to be the same guys from last year that we're talking about this year. So people are going to kind of be like,
what happened?
Because people are already looking for a reason not to watch the NFL. NBA also. Everyone always wants to go with oh my God, I love, the college. Everyone loves the college levels of sport. That's going to give them a big reason. I'm just going to watch the college level because obviously when they go pro, they don't care no more or whatever, whatever the excuse may be.
They lose their passion. They ain't hungry no more.
Yeah. So this could be detrimental to the NFL.
I don't think it'll be detrimental, but I think it will definitely have people looking at this draft. Like this will be a draft class that everybody's gonna be watching. We've had draft class. We've had draft classes in the past that have had straight up all stars come through it, and it was heavily watched. But this one's gonna be watched for a negative reason. Like, all right, how is this? This is a pretty down draft when it comes towards skill positions. So you got people saying like, what is this draft gonna bring? So I think it's gonna bring people in to watch to see because everybody loves to see a train wreck. Don't know why, but they do. So they want to see what's gonna happen. But a lot of these guys might not even be impact players. They might just, you might see them in the next year or two.
I agree. There is gonna have to be some development out of this class, obviously, because we don't see it. We don't see the guys that are those front runners. We don't see the guys. It's just not their time yet. The guys that we were watching last year in college were young. They were young as well,
right?
But there are a lot of those super seniors that are going to be coming out this year. And if you were a super senior, you probably aren't going to be highly drafted. But so there's going to be a lot of free agents that have an extra year of football under their belt. Yep. So we might see some of those guys rise up and take over this class. I mean, it's going to be a crazy year for the NFL. But I also think it could lean more on the hurt side of the NFL just because people are looking for it now.
But I did read an article this morning that kind of threw me off a little bit. So apparently Disney is looking to purchase the NFL Sunday ticket and possibly the NFL.
Really?
Yeah.
They might as well. They own everything else.
They own everything else. But here's my thing. If Disney gets the rights to the NFL as far and not like purchase and own the team, but purchase and own media rights. That's what I'm talking about. Media rights.
Yeah.
That's when you'll start seeing all the ESPN networks playing NFL games. It'd be Fox, Fox, ABC, ESPN. It won't be no more CBS.
Do you think Disney is just trying to save TV?
No, Disney's trying to own TV. They ain't worried about saving it. They got it.
That's what I'm saying. They have so much of TV that they need TV to stay alive.
No, what they're trying to do is if I can buy NFL Sunday ticket and put it on and take it away from DirecTV, put it on Disney Plus, guess what you got to do?
You got to have Disney Plus.
You got to buy Disney Plus.
Yeah. Hey, they've been taking over forever, slowly but surely. They've just
the House of Mouse, man. They don't play no games.
They've just been taking over slowly but surely. But I don't know what they would. I think the NFL is like, I guess they would have to own it, like a lot of the stuff they own, and you don't know they own it because the NFL is so rugged. It's so far away from Disney.
Yeah,
it's so brutal. It's the most vicious sport on TV. You know what I mean? It's literally the most vicious sport on TV outside of combat fighting,
Right.
obviously.
No, I think it's even worse than combat fighting. Like because even with combat fighting, you're not running at high speeds and crashing into
but
somebody.
this is why I say but this is why I say on TV because if in the NFL if I get hit really hard and I get knocked out or whatever, or I break my leg and my bone sticking out, they're
Oh,
not
they're
going
gonna
to
cut
show
it
that.
off. Yeah, they're
You
not
know
gonna
what I'm
show
saying?
it.
It's going to go to commercial. It's going to cut to the teammates watching me or whatever, or to the crowd. But in combat sports, if I hit you and I bust your eye open, the fight continues. There's no cutting that out.
Yeah. The fight continues unless you fall. You gotta fall out.
Yeah. So
Well, now even if you fall out, they're gonna come over there and
exactly,
do that hammer fist to the dome.
and that's going to be a close up on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty brutal on TV. But football, just what comes with it. Sideline mics, dude come off the field. You know, he just fumbled the ball. Man,
Right?
that can't be on Disney.
No, it won't be on Disney. It's gonna be on one of their affiliate networks. The other ones they own that you didn't know they own,
Yeah.
like ABC, Fox, ESPN networks.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't have skin in the game either way, whatever. But
Well, I
I
do
just
because I own Disney stock, so yes, I am a little affiliate in the game. I'm involved. I'm waiting to see what happens because hey, if this deal go down, I'm gonna make a little change.
oh yeah, most definitely. But I don't know what Disney would do with it. I don't know if that would be good for them. I don't know if that'd be good for the NFL. I don't know. I don't know what it'd be. I don't know how that deal would work out. But hey, if they do it, they do it, and I'll be, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I already got Disney Plus, so I'll be watching all the games on Disney Plus.
No. You're gonna pay extra. You're not gonna pay. You're not gonna get if you got the basic level of Disney Plus. You good, but hey, you want the NFL Sunday ticket? Might have to pay a little extra change.
Well, Disney good about packaging it in there, so I know what's up because I got Disney Plus, Netflix, and all that, whatever in one little bundle.
Yeah, they gonna package it with Verizon way. Hey, go buy this new iPhone. You can get this. You can go get this NFL Sunday ticket.
That's what the Disney Plus came with. So,
I'm telling.
so hey, it is what it is. However they want to do it, let's ride. But who are going back to the NFL Combine? Who are some of the guys we're looking at this year?
Oh man, hey, I'm gonna be real. A lot of these cats, they are not. Well, obviously they are American born, but their origins are not from this country. Because a lot of these names I cannot pronounce, like the guy from Oregon.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of Oregon football, and I feel bad because I don't know this guy's name or off the top of my head. But I mean, he's a defensive lineman off the edge,
Yeah.
and he's coming. You got the guy from Michigan, with Hutchinson, who's just a beast. Who they had him at number 1 last week.
Yep, they did.
But he's moving up and down. He went from 1 to 4, 4 to 2, 2 to back to 1, back to 3. It's like he's jumping around because no one knows. So I think for him, he's got to come out and ball out during the combine. But if I'm him, I don't think I even go in the combine. I'm not participating.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm not even participating in the combine because there's so many guys. But I feel like this year is one of those years where you might have to because there is so much unknown, I guess you could say, about this combine that if a guy pops up out there and runs something crazy or lifts something crazy or does something, he's gonna move way up.
Right.
Because like we know for sure he can do this. Like if we don't know if we know nothing else, he can run a 4.19.
Well, if anything, I would I do the bench press. I would do every drill that pertains to my position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out there and running a 40. I'm not doing shuttle drills. I'll do position drills, and that's about it.
Yeah. I want to go through this right here with the combine just to stress to you guys, like the guys who are coming out this year, like where they are. And I'm not hating on any of these guys. Like I hope if they all could go number 1 and get that big fat contract, I'll be the first person on board with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
get that money.
Get that money. I'm all for the players getting their money and going on to the next level and living out their dream. But I just want to say this right here. Quarterback's coming out. Let's go. Kenny Pickett. He's a 22nd ranked quarterback, but he's picked to go first out here. Or I'm not. He's 22nd ranked player. Matt Corral's 20th. Malik Willis 21st. Sam Howell 48th. Carson Strong, 55th. Those are your top 5 quarterbacks projected to come out right there.
Yep.
That's where they rank amongst players.
Not
in
even
college
top
football.
5. Not even top 5.
All right, let's move down. Kenny Walker. Oh, we're going to running back now. Your spot. Running backs got Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State. He's 66th overall. Brees Hall, Iowa State, 53rd overall. Kyron Williams, Notre Dame, 80th overall. Damon Pierce, Florida, no rank.
God.
Isaiah Spiller, Texas A&M, 49th overall. Move to the tight ends. I'm just going to say their ranks. 31st, 141, 78, 83, and 47. Wide receiver. Okay, we moving up into the top 10 here. 7, 10, 17, 23, 18. Interior offensive lineman. 5, 15, 37, 46, 101. Offensive tackle. 6. Here to go the big boys. 6, 8, 9. Those are the guys we already spoke about.
Right.
50, 29. They don't even have defensive linemen on here. So those are the rankings of where these guys line up against other college athletes. They're the guys eligible for the draft. Any hogs on that list? I do not believe there is, my boy. Traylon Burks and wide receiver. He ranked 17 overall. Traylon Burks is coming out of Arkansas.
Bro, it's a slim pickings for the draft, man. Slim pickings. Like honestly believe Mel Kiper got his list right. But I do believe there's gonna be a whole lot of teams trading up and down, up and down.
Oh yeah, because the talent, they don't know if the talent's there. So I have to do something. I got to do something to make sure that I'm going to have someone who can play for me next year. Because I've had this conversation a few times here in the recent as well. I got to win right now in the NFL. It's coming to that time. I know we spoke about it a little bit last week. It's coming to that time in the NFL where I have to win today. Right. I can't build a team. I can't wipe everybody out, have a clean slate, and try to come back and do something different. I have to see what I have on my staff. I have to see what I have in my locker room, and I have to put that together, and I have to make that work today. What piece can come in and make that work today? Oh, when the season starts, we're winning ball games with whatever we put together, right?
They won.
So I'm not getting you at number 58 or number 101 ranked at your position or in college football and taking you in the first round and putting all this money because you're going to get your contracts already laid. The first 10 or 15 contracts are already laid out right now.
They're not laid out. It's all based off the person who's drafted number 1. So if number one dictates everybody else's because you're not getting paid.
They're laid out right now because this offensive lineman or D lineman is not about to get more than the last one because you're ranked number 101 or 58. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get more than Clowney, or you're not gonna get more than what's the offensive lineman? Matthews, whatever. You're not gonna get those guys because they were the number 1 offensive lineman in college football.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So you're not gonna get that.
Clowney was defensive lineman.
Yeah, defense. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate you. But they're not gonna get those contracts. So pretty much right now, today as we speak, 1 through 15 or whatever is laid out. Those contracts, we pretty much know what you're gonna get. Yeah. I'm not giving you that at number. I'm not giving you nothing crazy at 101 and all that. So I don't know, man. I'm going to get me a free agent offensive lineman. He's been in the league 3 or 4 years. He's been spot playing, but every time he in there, he dogging it. He worked hard. The coaches ain't got nothing to say about him. He getting ready to get paid, and they just can't pay him. Well, let me get him and a couple of them first and second round picks you got.
Exactly. Hey, but I did see today they had a crazy segment on all the players from HBCUs, how they did it at their pro day and coming into the combine. There was a ton of players from HBCUs in the at the combine this year.
Hey, what did we just say at the beginning of this episode? exposure
Leads
leads
to it.
to expansion.
Yep.
These guys are getting more exposure right now at HBCU than they have. And if they've been there for 4 years, this is the most exposure they've gotten. If they've been there for 5 years, this is the most exposure they've gotten. If they've been there for 2 years, this is the most exposure that they've gotten. The exposure is there. Dion put his pride on the line, put his ego to the side, and put his money where his mouth was, and made Jackson State what Jackson State what they're doing right now.
Right.
That sparked the chain effect that has brought on this wave to the HBCU, just like he said he would. And now what's happening is happening. He said that he wanted guys getting drafted at HBCU. So guess
Right.
what I got to do? I got to get as many cameras over here as I can get, because he already said they can play.
Yep.
It was never a question as if they could play or not. The thing was, how are y'all not seeing them? So let me get Barstool here. Let me get ESPN here. Let me have Gilly the Kid running down the sideline, spike the ball. Let me have not Summer Walker. What's the girl name that took all the boy money in the basketball? Let me
Brittany Renner.
Let me have Brittany Renner come speak to my team and see how many people know about that. Let me get all these cameras into the SWAC. Let me get all these cameras into the SWAC and put exposure on this player and watch what happens. Now these guys' pro days are nationally broadcast.
Right.
We've never seen that.
And if you know anything about HBCUs, the speed is there.
Exactly.
The speed is there. So you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about that. And the athletes are there. They're diamonds in the rough. They are. Because look at every player that's come out of an HBCU. I would say there's a good percent of them in the Hall of Fame. You look at Jerry Rice. I just found this. I found this out once we started doing our HBCU research. Walter Payton from an HBCU, Shannon Sharp from an HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Marshall Falk,
Your
Rice.
Your boy from Tennessee Titans. Or is
Who?
he just coaching there? Eddie George.
No, he just coaching. Eddie George went to Ohio State.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he went to Heisman.
Facts.
Big
He's just
fact.
coaching there.
He's coaching.
But
now he's if you say talking about him, he from Tennessee State.
I'm from Tennessee State. But yeah, it sparked a wave, and now the cameras are there, the media is there, the writers are there, the stories are there, the NIL deals are there. Come play with the big boys, whatever everybody was trying to say. Well, why would you come play with the big boys? All that, whatever. We're doing the same thing the big boys are doing, dog.
Yep.
And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before Jackson State is playing with. Give me a couple more years of give them a couple more years of these recruiting classes, and their team looks just like yours.
Yeah, I mean they already have the number one kid on campus now.
Exactly.
Or number one, he was number one before he committed. Once he committed, he dropped to 2, which to me is shitty, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But you got that. Then you got Grambling, huge hire. Art Browse.
Yep.
Will be coaching the Grambling Tigers.
No. Offensive coordinator.
Coaching the Grambling Tigers. I'm not saying he's gonna be the head coach, but he's gonna be coaching them.
Oh yeah, he's definitely coaching. Yeah.
Let's just think about those Baylor offenses. Just think about those Baylor offenses under Art Browse.
And
there's an RG3 at Grambling.
And at the time, Baylor probably didn't have the athletes that Grambling had.
Listen, there's an RG3 at Grambling.
There's 2 RG3s at Grambling.
I'm just saying, there's an RG3 caliber quarterback at Grambling. I guarantee it.
Yep.
I just know there is. Art Browse is going to take that young man and make him a millionaire. He's going to take that young Grambling quarterback. If you so happen to come across the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast, listen to me with your biggest ears you possibly have. Take heed to whatever he got to tell you.
Whatever.
If your form is bad and he's trying to tell you your form is this, don't look at him. I got here off my form, all that. Do what he has to say. Whatever he's coaching you on, do it. Look at RG3. Look at RG3. Not saying that RG3 was.
Damn, he already
He
resigned.
already resigned. Breaking news on the RTL. Art Browse has already resigned. Which you know what that means.
I know exactly what that means, but I ain't a.
No, you know he finna get another job.
Yep.
Somebody saw that and said, "Oh hell no."
Yep. They can't have that. They can't have that.
How much you need? How much you need? Because you see what he did to Mount Vernon.
Yep. And he wasn't there but what? 2 years, if
And
that.
I ain't trying to duke you on Mount Vernon, but Mount Vernon, we all know if you from around this area, what Mount Vernon was to the conference or
Yep.
to the district.
You game.
What'd you say?
You was homecoming game.
Yeah, y'all, you know what Mount Vernon was, and I'm not saying they wasn't on the up before he came over there, but I know what they did while he was there. And then
Yeah.
then all the stuff happened or whatever with the kids coming from wherever they came. But hell, I want to play for our Browns too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. But well, that just kind of shitted on everything I had to say for the last 5 minutes. Appreciate that, Jeezy. We ain't out here giving out misinformation, but damn,
Real.
could have sent the text message, my boy. But no, man, we appreciate it, my boy. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
We gonna trudge right on along. We gonna trudge right on along through the Art Browse debacle. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I spoke on Mount Vernon right there, which is a high school team the Art Browse took over for. And was on the way to doing some crazy things there, and then the little UIL show came his way. But speaking of high school, man, we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. And I agree, Jeezy, he would have been great for the program. But we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. And there's been conversations on Facebook about it. I've had conversations about it at work. The correlation between high school football players and running track. Should high school football players run track, or do they need to run track to better themselves at football?
So just based off my experience, I remember when Coach Smith came to me, he was like, "Hey, if you're going to be toting the ball 25, 30 times a game, you need to be in shape. So how about you come out to cross country practice?"
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I came out there. So I ran across country. Yeah, I went to the meets. I ain't got nothing to do on a Saturday. So after a game, I go to a cross country meet. You know what I'm saying? And I did pretty well. There was probably 1 or 2 meets where I shit at the bed, but that comes. I'm not a long distance runner, but for the most part, I finished top 10 almost every meet.
Yeah.
But when it comes to running track, and back then I believed it because it was taught to me, if you want to be successful in football, you need to run track. What they say, if you run the oval in the spring, you move the ball in the fall. I believe that. Now looking at how far like sports training has come and all that, if you are a football player, you don't need to be running track. And when I say you don't need to be running track, you don't need to be going to track meets.
Yeah.
You don't need it. If anything, go to the track practice, but you don't need the track meet. And I think a lot of guys they're thinking, oh well, in my opinion, they're older now. They're going into the alma mater and they're saying, well, damn, ain't nobody running track no more.
Yeah.
Do they don't need it.
Exactly.
But they're saying, oh, these guys should be running track because you want to watch your team be good.
Exactly.
If I'm a top running back in the state, I don't need track. There's too many, especially in Texarkana now. There's way too many sports training companies where I can just hone my craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's where I think my biggest thing with it is too, like people that are pushing this track narrative, like football players need to run track, they have to run track. They're stuck in 2010, they're stuck in 07, they're stuck in 2000, 95, whatever it might be, they're stuck in the old ways. Nobody was doing this extra training that we see guys doing now, or that I give out, or that shout out to my boy down at Walker Resolutions that he gives out down there. You
Right.
didn't see that back in the day. There wasn't a place for everybody to go meet up in the off season and get that work in,
Right.
working on your craft. But because if we go back far enough, there was a lot of people, at least that I've seen talking about it. If we go back far enough, there was no such thing as off season. You played football. After football, after you got beat out the playoffs, you moved into basketball.
Speak on it.
After you got beat off the playoffs, you moved into track. Or if you play baseball, you moved into baseball.
Right.
Summer come around, you play baseball all summer with your friends, and guess what you do come August? Your ass right back out there on the football field.
Yeah. So there
was no off season. They weren't doing the extensive training. They weren't paying somebody to teach me how to be a running back. They weren't paying somebody to teach me how to be a quarterback. Now you get it. You get it. I can show you the messages. I can show you the messages. Parents hit up people and say, I want my kid to be this.
Right.
So I don't need, if I want to play baseball, if my child is a baseball lover and he loves baseball, he does not want to play football. He don't want to play basketball. He don't want to run track. He doesn't want to do anything about but baseball. I can, as a parent, I can pay to make him as good as he gonna be.
Exactly.
Not saying I can make him great, but I can make him as good as he gonna be at baseball without him ever touching another sport. I don't have to do that anymore. They used to put offensive linemen and defensive linemen in dance classes for their feet to get good.
Right.
Well, now I'm just gonna pay a former offensive lineman to teach you the drills to get your feet right at kick slide
there's
or
drills.
whatever.
There's drills. Do those drills.
Exactly.
And you hit the nail on the head. You said back in let's go back early and mid 2000s. There was nowhere to go, especially in our hometown, to train. Yeah, guys met up at the field, and y'all might go do some drills, but for the most part, you be out there bullshitting. You're not really getting no work in because why? The coaches cannot do anything with you.
Exactly.
They can tell you, hey, y'all go out there and run.
Gym's open.
Yeah, the gym's open. Y'all go out there and run 100 gassers and da 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 da. And you might run 3 and be like, hey, shit, throw that football over here. And next thing you know, y'all got a 7-on-7 game going. You know what I'm saying? No one was really putting in that work at all. But you got that work running track. Now these kids don't need that. They don't need it. I'm a big advocate. I was talking to a guy today because his son goes to one of the new high schools here in well, not one, but the new high school here in Sioux Falls. And he was saying his son plays football. He's a corner, but he wanna get into soccer. Now he's never played soccer before.
Yeah.
But he want to get into soccer. And I said, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Your son pretty decent. If I was you, I'd take his ass out there to the Denny Sanford Center. You done seen it. Probably one of the state of the art athletic facilities in the country when it comes to, high school training, period.
Big fact.
Take him out there and let him spend all summer out there. He don't need soccer. From football season for South Dakota ended in November. So right now I can tell you he behind. If he ain't been doing shit since November, he behind. He should have been out there in December and been working on since.
Exactly, bro. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what was my biggest thing when you called me and was like, have you seen this or whatever? I was like, bro, people are just stuck in the time.
Yep.
There's a trainer for literally everything now. There's a trainer for literally everything now. I don't need your sport to be good at my sport.
No.
You see what I'm saying? If I want to work on speed, I need football speed. I need speed on this field. We always talk about it. There's a difference between track speed and football speed, but now it's the same thing. Now y'all want me to believe it's the same thing.
Right.
I had someone say, how come this team isn't good, but their track program is so good? Because the two don't go together.
No, not at all.
Speed kills. Yes, that's true. And everybody always says, like, speed kills, speed kills. Speed only kills in football when speed knows what it's doing.
Exactly.
When speed can go from side to side and turn on a dime, that's when speed kills. Perfect example, Tyreek Hill. who
Okay.
everyone, we know he could easily be running on the track right now.
Right.
Yes, Tyreek Hill has track speed, and yes, he is good at football. But he's not the first one to have track speed and be good at or not be good at football. Like
Right.
he's not the first person to be on the football field with track speed. There's plenty of guys who have. You had Trenton Holiday, who's one of the fastest guys to ever step in the NFL, who didn't make it. Well, he was small as well, but so was Tyreek Hill. They didn't make it, but was super fast. He's probably running track somewhere right now.
Right.
The speed only matters in football when it can change direction, when it can fit into football. We've all played with this guy before. We've all played with a guy who was a killer cold on the track. So he played football because nobody could catch him. But he never did shit.
No, he couldn't catch the football. He couldn't tackle. He couldn't cover. He couldn't do anything. But he was just fast. He was just fast. That's it. We've all played.
Exactly. In the days of out-athleting people or out-athleting teams, it's over.
That's over with.
There's no more out-athleting teams. You're not going to take a football team full of track stars to a football game nowadays and win it.
Nope.
Not against anybody of any talent. You're not taking a baseball team full of athletes somewhere against a team full of baseball players and winning it. Not today. You're not taking a basketball team, which is where it happens, where people try to do it the most. You're not taking a basketball team full of athletes and going to go play a basketball game and winning it. Those days are over.
Yeah, because nowadays coaches got a scheme for everything. They ain't seen it all. At this point, it's 2022. All coaches have seen it all.
I've seen 5 athletes out there.
Yep.
I know what I'm about to do to y'all.
Exactly. I finna straight up play fundamental basketball. I'm finna
slow the ball down. We finna run off these screens.
I'm gonna slow the game down, and I'm going to make you guys basically obsolete.
Exactly.
Because y'all one-sided.
Exactly. I'm gonna slow the game down. I'm finna run my point guard off these screens. I'm gonna run my shooting guard on these off-ball screens all night long. And when he get open, we're not gonna shoot it till he get open. And when he get open, he gonna make it. I know he gonna make it.
Give you a prime example. What happened last weekend during the I guess the conference tournaments? What happened
during the what?
The NCAA basketball conference tournaments for the men.
What happened? I don't watch college basketball.
Really. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lose.
You sure did. You sure did.
Why? Because they're trying to out athlete people, and that's over with. Because when you run up against teams like Loyola, or wherever they called, or you run up against a team like St. John or Louisiana State Tech, A&M University College, them cats they've been there 4 years. Them 5 guys on the court, they've been there 4 years. They play with each other. They know the game fundamentally. They not like Kentucky or Duke or Kansas, who bringing in 4 or 5 freshmen every year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's facts.
Or look at Wichita State. Same thing. They keep a team. They always end up in the Sweet 16 or the Sweet 16, Elite 8, or Final 4. Why?
Because guys are staying in the program.
Guys are staying in the program. Days of out-athleting people are over. Out-athleting other teams are over. Unless you win an individual sport. And even then, it's not even working anymore.
Exactly. And that's another thing, too, because technique is getting, we just talked about, there's a trainer for everything. Technique is getting so crispy that you may be faster than me, but my technique's so good that all your little slip-ups, that's time I'm gaining. Yep. I know I'm going to gain that time, and I'm going to pass you. You know what I'm saying? So just get that through your head right now. Everybody who's an athlete right now, or you coaching athletes right now, out-athleting people is done. The game is all sports, across all sports. The game is here now. Yep. It was down here, and now the game is here. We've seen it all. Shout out to the Twin City Roadhogs. Yeah, that's our 2K squad. If y'all want that work, let us know. But ain't no more out-athleting people. We catch you out there on 2K, and y'all out there just trying to run it like that, man. We finna set these screens. We finna roll my boy Percy to the basket, and I'm kicking it out to Jeezy for the 3. And you know what I'm saying? We playing basketball. You're not just
Right.
going. You just going out and just get out and up running guns. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work for you. No team. I know my senior year in high school. And this is in 2012, guys. My senior year in high school, we came up against Argyle. We was running and gunning. I'm not. I'm not a hooper. You know what I'm saying? But we had a couple hoopers on the team. But we was running and gunning. We finna get out here and we finna tie these shoes up tight and we finna run all night long, offense and defense. We trying to get out on the break and we trying to score the ball now. We come up against Argyle in the playoffs. No, sir. Y'all not finna run us up and down here. They came out with an all-white starting five. I'm just saying. They came out with an all-white starting five, and from tip, we knew it was trouble. Screen, 3. Psst. Nothing but the bottom. Get back on defense. They drop down in that zone. They sagging. Hey, they rotating on the zone. Ain't nothing open in the corner. Hey, all we could do was dump it down low to DT. That's all we could do. They had the scheme. And then they got up by a little bit and they held the ball. No shot clock in high school. So they had the scheme for the run and gun. That was in 2012, y'all.
It's 10 years now.
There's no more of that. You don't really see that. You don't see it now in basketball.
Mm-mm.
You don't see it now. Most of the time now in basketball, you see the team that come out there playing the most legitimate style of basketball. That's who wins. You know now. Hey, look at what the triple option has done for high school football.
It's killed it. I'm not killed it, but it's killed defenses.
Yeah,
it's killed defenses.
You're not out athlete. I'm not gonna let you out athlete me.
No,
I don't have that many athletes. I'm gonna sit down in this triple option. We're gonna milk this clock, and if y'all don't know how to defend it, we're gonna run down the field the whole quarter, 5 apiece, 3 and 5 apiece, and we're gonna score it with 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 7-0.
Can they cut in high school?
They can cut, but not chop block. It's some weird shit.
See, I'm gonna tell you now. In high school, if they was able to chop block, cut block, I'm talking just run up and just whoop, cut you up. Any school running the triple option would win state every single year for 2 reasons. One, you gonna find their fastest and most athletic guy on the defense and cut his ass 3-4 times. He's done in the head.
But there's training for everything now, so you're gonna come across that linebacker.
No, there's training for everything. It is. But guess what? If you are a linebacker and you are watching that ball, you're watching the ball because you gotta make the tackle. You gotta
but I'm saying look at Clayton. Look at Clayton Vangeres. Look at Von Miller. Look at before he got up out of there, Luke Kuechly. Bro, guys coming at them running full speed, dive bombing at their legs. They got their eyes on the ball carrier in the backfield. Straight up. Boom. You know the drill.
No,
the drill?
But those guys are elite. So they had to learn.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna come up against that guy.
They had to learn that on the way up.
Now these guys are learning that in elementary. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's still not. You can learn it, but you're not executing it. Because
that's what I'm saying. That's where the game is now.
No, that's where the game is, but you got to think.
And then everybody's running it.
Everybody is running it. But think about this: when it comes to a triple option, it's not just a physical thing. Okay, I see this, I gotta block it. It's also a mental thing. When you between the ages of 14 to 18, you don't got no kind of control over your emotions. Very, very few do. All it takes is a couple times. Yeah, exactly. You might at a 10 times you might block it 6. But them other 4, I got you. And that's all I need.
Yeah, but the guy that's cutting is also 16. So what about them 4 that he missed? He gonna be emotional too. So he gonna be emotional. But all I gotta do when in the triple option, I'm really not like, do I want to cut you down? Hell yeah, I want to cut you down. I just need to get in the way. But I just need to get in the way. I need to stop you for a 100th of a second. Because that's gonna make a big difference. You kill the triple option by loading the box.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
do.
it.
You load the box.
But what happens? This is what this is what I know about the triple option. I just why it has swept the nation, or at least Texas. I don't know what they're doing up there, but it has
No,
swept the nation.
they don't they
I sat in
continue
AT and
behind
T
the field.
Stadium. I sat in AT and T Stadium for 2 days watching state championships. So this is the best teams, and half of them, if not more than half, I think maybe over half, ran the triple option, some form of it. Clicked off. Hey, they over half of them was running the triple option or some form of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One team, the quarterback rarely ever handed it off. He just ran it every time,
Don't need you.
and they won too. But it just made the game so simplified for the offense. Now, if you having to defend it, it's tough. But like I said, everyone's running it. So now I get to the state championship, and where 2-3 years ago, you get to the state championship against the triple option team, and it's like stuck in headlights. You like,
Yeah.
damn, triple option again. All right, let's play. You know what I'm saying? Because we running it too. We know how to defend it too because we run it.
Right.
So you got two teams playing against each other. Both of them running triple option. They've both been playing against it all season in practice. And then played 4 or 5 other teams this year running triple option. So now it's really it's just it really looks like bad football.
Yeah. But if you like the best high school team that I ever seen run the form of a triple option or more of a wishbone than they ran a triple option out of the wishbone was Paul Pewitt. Back in the day, Paul Pewitt was so smooth at it, you never knew who had the ball. Because you would literally see the quarterback turn to his right, and somehow he handed that shit off to the left side.
Hey, my senior year, we scrimmaged Paul Pewitt, and they ran triple option. I'm gonna tell you how we stopped it. I came off the edge every time and hit the quarterback, regardless.
You had to have somebody. This is your job. This is what you got to do.
And that killed the triple option right there off the rip. He either got to pitch it too early or he just gonna take the hit.
But why do teams run a triple option?
To hide the flaws. I think people run triple option as their last resort. Because if I got a squad, I'm getting in the spread, baby. Show me something.
Well, you said, you kind of hit it. No, they run a triple option because they don't have the athletes to. You don't have the athletes to man up on another team. You just don't.
Yeah.
And people, I heard people say that ain't why you run it. I went to the Naval Academy. That's why you run it. You don't have the offensive linemen to go up against the big guys. Let you know how real it worked. We came down to the last second to beat Ohio State when they were ranked number 1 in 2009.
Yep.
2009, and if we don't throw an interception on the 5-yard line, and we stick to the triple option, we win the game. But we trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? Trying to switch it up. When in our reality, we should have stick what got us down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if the triple option was good enough to basically score a ton of points on a number 1 Ohio State defense, it lets you know it can cripple any defense.
It can.
Any defense.
It can. And then also people weren't coming up against it like that. Like, I think like the more and more people run it, obviously the more and more it's going to become easier.
Oh yeah, here's the thing. If everybody running triple option, nobody running triple option.
Exactly. Because I want you to think about this right here. You remember if you ever seen We Are Marshall, and every time I think about the triple option, like where it is today, this scene always comes up in my head. If you've ever seen We Are Marshall, when Matthew McConaughey wants to run the veer because they suck. They have no offensive guys. All their guys obviously passed away in the tragic plane crash.
Right.
So he wants to run the veer. None of those coaches there know how to coach the veer. He don't really know how to coach the veer. So where does he go? He goes to Michigan, the only team that's running the veer at the time. They start running the veer and they have their success. And then what happened after that? In real life, not on the movie, obviously. everybody started running the veer. That was the offense of that era. Everybody was running the veer. Well, now we fast forward to 2022. Well, I guess 2017, 2018. High schools in Texas started running the wishbone / triple option, some form of a triple option,
Right.
and they had success. I.e., PG success running the triple option, wishbone. They go back to back. PG becomes one of the highest ranking programs in the state of Texas. Fast forward 2 more years, I film high school football games every Friday night. And I can guarantee you, I saw the triple option every Friday night. 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. I saw the triple option.
Yep.
It's out there.
And to the point where when you watch a game and neither team is running triple option, you're like, it's a damn good ass game.
Exactly.
Like when we went and watched Duncanville and South Lake Carroll. Bro, they were airing that joker out.
Exactly.
Airing it out.
They were playing ball. They were lining up. I want to see what you got versus what I got.
Yep.
It's a lot of, and I want to speak on this too. It's a lot of scary. It's a lot of scary coaches out here.
Yes.
And that's dampening the game too, because you see guys come into town. You see guys come back into town and watch football games. It's like, man, where's all the talent at?
Yeah.
It's hidden. It's hidden in these schemes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want, like, if you're a real lover of football and you played the game and you've been knee deep in it, in the trenches with your boys, you know what I'm saying? All out slugfest football game. Both teams cold offenses. Y'all throwing the ball. It's spread offense. That's what that's Texas high school football to me. When I walk over, you know, because every stadium you walk up there and you look down in there. When I look down in there and it's from number to number, and they bomb slants across the middle. You know what I'm saying? Post routes. Where the post route at?
Bro, I ain't seen.
Man, they running stops and goes. That's all. That is all that is run. Screen stops and goes. It's all they run in the high school at the high school level right now. If you a lover of the game, you've been in there. You want to see teams come out there, line up, you versus me. Let's get it. I want to see them one-on-one matches on the blocks. I want to see the best O lineman, the best D lineman, and the best O lineman never see each other all night.
Right.
Or the best O lineman got help from his little Three Stooges on the best D lineman. So now everybody's talking about how good this O lineman is. Tight ends chipping, fullbacks chipping, cutting, centers rolling up underneath nose tackles. I mean, where the football at?
Bruh, it's gotten watered down, and you said it best. There's a lot of scared coaches, and truth be told, there aren't a lot of good coaches out there right now. And when I say that, I mean a coach that can look at a defense and say, a deep offensive coordinator that can look at a team and say, I'm gonna draw some shit up right here, bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Everything is scripted. If they do this, we're gonna do this. There's no on the fly shit no more. It seems like, and I'm not saying it's non-existent, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be back in the day.
I think it's.
Huh?
Keep going. You
know what I'm saying? It's like, back in the day, shit, well, we was running this, but it ain't working. They take out that damn I'm saying chalkboard. I ain't seen no chalkboard on the field in the long. They take out that dry erase board. Hey, we was doing this, and we're gonna try this. You do this. Basically, you got there playing backyard football.
Midstream adjust.
Exactly. Now, coaches, they got a game plan, and they down with that game plan. They going down that hill.
They're down that hill, that's for sure.
I mean, we watch our alma mater lose the state championship and not make any adjustments.
Facts.
You didn't make any adjustments in the second half. Facts. You let one player not only get offensive MVP, but got defensive MVP
as well.
How does that happen?
Exactly. And it happens like you said, by no halftime adjustments, no midstream adjusting. And my thing is, I think a lot of things like a lot of things that happen, it comes on a development standpoint. I think a lot of it comes from kids not being taught what to do in certain situations in a game. If
Right.
that O lineman on your neck, what you gonna do about it? Have you given him the tools to go out there and fight that off?
Right.
You know he only 215, and this offensive lineman that's going to Texas Tech is 305 pounds, 6'6". You know that going into the game. Have you given him the tools? Have you given David his tools?
No, because
And I think that's where it comes from, because you don't have to, if you've given your team the skills, those individual players the skill to go out there on the field, and they ready for whatever. You'd have been on teams that's ready for whatever.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? You on that team that's ready for whatever. You want that big mug to walk up there. You want that, because guess what? I'm finna work him all night.
All night.
I'm finna work him all night, but I don't think they have those tools. I think like I think kind of like it may be our era's fault of the me, like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get mine era.
Yeah.
Might have brought this about, where they started teaching teams so much that they forgot about the individual practice as well. You see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think that the we gotta be a brotherhood, we gotta be a family, we gotta be a team mentality has gone so far that they forgot that I have to get you better as a player yourself. Also,
Right.
like, because we can be so good together. That's all you hear. That's all you hear nowadays around high school sports. Team this, team that, team this, team that. Yes, you have to be a team, but if I teach each one of y'all how to be a dog by yourself, what's gonna happen when I put y'all together? What happened? You don't want to run up on no lion.
Nope.
But you sure as hell don't want to run up on no pack of lions. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think that's where the game has watered down at. I think that's why it's getting so watery. Because now you have to have you have to have all 10 of them guys hidden for you to be hidden.
Right.
You gotta have all 10, if you the quarterback, you gotta have all 10 guys on offense rolling for you to get rolling. If they ain't rolling, if the right guard ain't getting his done, it's the whole team done.
The whole team is mantled.
We worked as
It's
one.
It's almost like, would you rather have a bunch of leaders in a line, or like bowling pins? I rather have it in a line, because if I take out one guy, the line's still moving. Take out another guy, they still moving forward. But if you look like bowling pins, all I gotta do is hit that one. We all played in the game where you got that one team that's got that one guy who's the heartbeat of the team. He the heart and soul of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And you crack his ass, and he get up slow, and
Fans get quiet.
If fans get quiet, eyes start getting big. You can look in a helmet. You can be at the top of the bleachers, look down, you can see the guy's eyes white. See the white of his eyes. Eyes big. Everybody get to looking around. Yeah, because they just demolished your Thanos.
Exactly.
I came and chopped his head off. Boom. Now what? And all season long, y'all been preaching. He's the heart and soul of the team.
Exactly.
He's the heart and soul. Well, I just took your heart and soul. Now what? What happens when you take the heart and soul out of the body? It's dead. I just killed your team.
It's over with. Exactly. And that's what happens. And I'm not saying for people to go out and not teach a team mentality, because yes, you do have to be able to depend on that guy, but I got to depend on him to be able to do that shit whether I'm standing beside him or not.
Yep. Next,
see what I'm saying? I got to be able to, and that's how you get about it. I know I'm finna eat over here, and I think that's where, like, our era, you're like, from y'all to me and a little bit after, I'm gonna eat. Y'all can eat with me or get lost.
Yeah,
that's where we come from.
I'm getting mine.
I'm gonna get mine every time we step out here. I'm gonna get mine. Now y'all either gonna get y'all's as well, or you not. Going 2-8 or going 1-9 or whatever it was back in the day didn't mean shit to nobody.
Yep.
I had 5 sacks last night. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had 5 sacks, and it's not a bad mentality, because even when people, like we talked about it before, when people talk about Kobe, so you gotta have that Mamba mentality. Exactly. If you really look at it, Kobe was a selfish basketball player. Exactly. I'm getting mine tonight.
Hey, speaking of them dogs back then, speaking of them dogs, we was lining up. My boy Tony Tone.
Hey, Tony Tone, one of the
Hey,
goat, a PG goat, baby, of
you hear
all
me?
time.
Yeah, big facts, big facts. Shout out Tony though. But when you know everybody gonna eat, regardless whether you there or not, it works as a team. That's where your team come from. That's where that camaraderie come from. That's where that brotherhood come from. Because I know when shit hit the fan and they get real, he got it.
Yep.
I got it. He got it. He got it. We all know we got it. Not he got it and we just here making sure he keep getting it. Because like you said, what happened when I come through and whack his ass? Who got it?
Who got it?
And that's where I think these teams are getting left at, and that's where it's getting watered down at. Because everybody always say it happens all the time. I hear it around here. I hear it all throughout the state. They would have been good, but such and such was out. They would have done this, but such and such was missing. They would have done this, but what such and such didn't play. That's how I know it's all being taught like this instead of being taught like this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all being taught together. We got to do this together. He the head of this thing, and as long as we stick behind him, we're gonna push through.
But once
you run up on that dog, because it's teams out there with dogs on them that they know they trash, and they know their only chance to win that game is to bust his ass.
Yep.
And what you gonna do when his ass get bust?
Everybody looking up. Everybody looking around.
Everybody looking around.
Who next?
Hey, you know, dude behind him didn't think he was gonna play. you know the backup didn't think he was gonna play. So now what? And so I think that's what these schools and these coaches need to start doing. They need to start getting back to teaching the individual.
Yep. But it all starts at the little league level, because I've watched other shows and stuff like that, and guys are saying, talking about little league sports, and they saying, I don't want a kid that got a coach. I want a kid to come in that's already ready. Then what the hell you coaching little league for?
Exactly.
You need to be coaching.
You need to be a personal trainer. You don't need to be coaching nothing.
Yeah.
You don't need to be coaching nothing, my boy. You need to be a personal trainer. If you want a guy that's already ready, you need to be, and you're not even a personal trainer. Well, I guess so, because you can pick and choose your clients.
Yeah.
So you want people that's already ready, leave the coaching realm and go get your certificate and become a personal trainer. That way you can pick and choose who you come across.
And only train guys that have been bodybuilding for 5-6 years. It's already lean, mean, and ready to go.
Exactly. But don't think it ain't no trainers out here that's doing that. It's trainers out here that's only training guys that's already ready. And then you know how it go.
Dude, I follow the Mr. Olympia and the IFBB like heavy. Something that I could never do, but I love watching it. You see guys who they don't got a track record at all. They ain't got a guy with a send-out trophy, and the send-out trophy is the trophy you win if you win the Mr. Olympia in the men's open.
Yeah.
They ain't got a guy that's got a send-out. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they got this guy that comes in, he winning send-outs left and right. And you're like, how did he get there? Well, you find out he was actually being coached by somebody else, but him and that dude had a disagreement over some money. So he left, and you just so happened to catch him while he was walking out the gym pissed off. Hey, man, what's going on? Man, my coach, man, he tripping, man. He want 25,000. No, I ain't giving him. Yeah. Hey, man, I'll take 5. Oh, are you a coach? Yeah, I train guys. Cool. He give you your 5,000, and all you doing now was just maintaining, having them work out.
Do what you've been doing.
Hey man, what your last coach have you doing? Oh, who's doing this and who's doing it? And then you just take that, give him, take all the information he gave you. You go find some shit on the internet, and guess what? Now your dude got into the Olympia. He didn't win the Arnold Classic. Now he won the Olympia. Now you a world-renowned bodybuilding coach, and really you didn't do shit. All you did was you just walked into some shit.
Exactly. So yeah, if you don't want to get guys better, the title coach shouldn't be anywhere near you. I mean, that's what your goal in life should be in general. Anybody you come across to make them better.
But we see it now. I mean, a lot of coaches, as soon as they realize they ain't got no team, they dipping. I'm gone because I don't got the time to be trying to basically coach these guys to be great. Oh, as soon as like, oh man, yeah, I think I'm gonna be retiring. This is the last senior class coming through here. These next couple kids ain't got it.
But I get it at that point. I get it at that point. If you're like about to retire, if you're at the age of sitting it down,
No. I ain't talking about retiring. I'm talking about dipping and going somewhere else.
well, yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on like legacy too. You got to think about legacy as well, right? If I've been winning here, if I've been the coach at this school for 15, 20 years, and we got 6 state titles, every year we fighting for it, and I'm looking down the ranks, and they was in 7th grade and they went 0-10, and then in 8th grade they was they was 0-10, and in the 7th grade class under them was 1-9, and then they moved up to their freshman year. They still ain't got no win. And that class under them ain't got no win the next year. And then now that next 7th grade got 2 wins on their season. I'm gonna start looking around like,
I'm being dumb shit, huh?
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a winning coach.
Right.
I know that if we come out here and put out a bad product, first of all, I know what the community gonna do to me, and then I know what my peers gonna do to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else and try my luck over there. But then, like, if you're at the end of your career, like it's the last senior class, they was in 1st grade when I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they was in kindergarten and pre-K when I got here. Well, I coached your daddy. You one of them?
Yeah.
I get it. You can't go through a stressful season. You might fall out. You see what I'm saying? So I get when coaches leave when there's nothing coming up. But if you're at the little league level and you don't want to coach a kid that's not ready yet, well, when the hell was he supposed to get ready?
Exactly.
I understand that some kids are just blessed and they pop up and they're ready. They can play football. I didn't play back then.
But honestly, like, let's be real. They not even ready. All they doing, they just happen to be faster than everybody else.
Yeah, but there's some kids that just get it. You know what I'm saying? There's some kids that already know how to juke. They already, you know what I'm saying? They already know how to hold the ball. They've been watching YouTube. They already know how to, they know the game. They know how to play the game from an early age. There's kids out there they're just like that. I knew how to play baseball from an early age. I was already doing. I played with y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I played t-ball. Take off my t-ball uniform and go play against real kids throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I knew how to play baseball at an early age. So there are kids out there that can just play it at an early. They know it, and that's what it's come to in the youth sports. Is let's get all these kids that know how to do it, and we're gonna put them all on one team.
One team.
Everybody else fend for yourself.
Yep. And that's where I heard people say, "Oh, we ain't playing no daddy ball." But that's what you are. You playing dad ball because you go and talk to all the dads who got good kids and say, "Hey, let's start our own team. You got the best. Your son's a good quarterback. Your son's a good running back. I got the old lineman. I got 2 old linemen. My sons are good, and y'all build a team. You know what I'm saying? And they just but they don't. But they're not really even playing any games. If you really like, people gonna be mad that I said this, but I'm saying it. A lot of the youth football, especially in Texarkana, is ran like semi-pro leagues. Y'all sometimes play games and y'all sometimes don't. Like, get a start a league. You know what I'm saying? Get a real league going.
Exactly.
You don't have to travel to Dallas or travel to Fort Worth and all that to play. It's little league. It ain't about the accolades. It ain't about winning first place and championship. It's not about none of that shit. It's about developing kids.
Exactly.
So get them developed. You know what I'm saying? And then once they get older, then it's when they start experiencing going to traveling to other schools and playing, or going to college and traveling to other states and universities to play. That's when they can do all that shit. They don't.
I think that's a big part of it too.
Yes.
We're giving. It's kind of like cell phones. If the earlier you give your kid a cell phone,
it don't mean shit no more.
The less important that car gonna be.
Yep.
The earlier you get your kid that nice car, the less important that house gonna be. It's just it stacks up on it. We giving kids country tours. You're getting to go all over the country at 6, 7 years old, playing whatever sport you love. You win it, you get in the ring.
If you don't win, you get a ring.
I know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if you win it, you get in the ring.
Yeah.
All these MVPs and bleezy blees, yeah, they giving out. So whenever it's time to play the real thing, none of that shit matters. I got a room full of that shit back home.
Exactly.
None of this shit really matters anymore. I used to think this shit was cool, but I done it. I done been there, done that.
Bro, I constantly I get on Instagram and Facebook, and it seems like every weekend you see kids. God, like, bro, how many rings you got? It loses its luster.
You lose this luster.
Because
That's why it's
now,
not even really a big deal for these guys to win state.
no. So now when you in high school and the coach talking about winning a ring, shit, if we don't win one, she already got about 15, 20 of them at the house. I got them. Now, I don't know what the quality of the rings are, but they look nice on the pictures anyway. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker bigger than mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. But it loses its luster. I think we're trying to make these kids feel like celebrities at a super young age, that by the time they get to the point where they should be celebrities, it's not staying there ain't important to them. It's like, I've been doing this my whole life anyway.
Exactly.
Which is why I think you start seeing more and more guys start doing stupid shit when they get up there, because like you've been groomed to do it. Now you get bored of it, because kids get bored. As adults, even as adults, we get bored of doing shit.
Exactly. Yeah, I just think it's just like the cell phone, man. You give that kid that cell phone early, they get access to it, the world. Nothing amazes them.
Nope.
Like right now, my kids do not have cell phones. Obviously, my 10-month don't have a cell phone, or my 9-month don't have a cell phone. But my 6-year-old does not have one either. Not one with service.
Yeah.
And I can walk in there right now. She's probably asleep. I can walk in there right now and tell her anything. I can tell her anything. It's gonna amaze her. It's gonna blow her mind. She's gonna be stupid excited. She's gonna like, what? That's real? Like, it don't matter what it is. I could be like, tomorrow the ocean gonna turn green. Like, it's gonna turn lime green and pink rainbow colors or whatever. She gonna freak out because she doesn't have access to that. It would amaze her. It would be mind blowing. But to the we gonna get Miss Nora connected. No, she about 12. But no, you give her a cell phone with service. She got access to the internet. I walk in there and tell her something I could just say that's crazy. But that ain't nothing, because she's got access to it. She's experienced the world from our home. There's nothing out there that's gonna amaze her because she's seen it all already.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So like with the sports, man, we're giving them everything too early. I remember, like, as a young buck, as a freshman in high school, like, you couldn't swag out.
No.
You wasn't wearing no 50, 60 armbands and all that as a freshman. You didn't have access to it. They wasn't finna give you them little gold wristband or them little gold armbands as a freshman. Bring your own shit if you want to do that.
And even then, when I was there, even if you bought your own shit, you couldn't do it.
So when you got it, and you remember, you even remember it used to be 2 different color helmets.
Yep.
When you gonna get that gold helmet? When they moved them all down to gold, I knew it was over with.
Exactly. There's nothing to work towards.
I don't care about getting on varsity. And when they come out here to watch this practice and we all standing out here together, I look just like them.
Yep.
But you go back then when you don't want to be out there in that white helmet.
The white helmet with the black hawk.
You don't want to be out there in that white helmet. I want to go one, baby. You go to the scrimmage game, somebody on JV going stupid. Everybody out there screaming, "Get him a gold helmet!
Yep.
Get him a gold helmet!" Now, dude out there on JV going stupid, he just on JV going stupid.
Or but it also worked reverse. If you was that guy out there in that white helmet, when they amongst a bunch of gold helmets, and you was eating,
but you knew you was eating to get that gold helmet. You didn't want to be the only one out there in that white helmet. You didn't want to be out there in that white helmet.
Nope.
Give me that gold, baby. I want that gold, man. And that's bro. Come on, bro. And then when we all went to go on helmets, they the jerseys. You had black and white jerseys. Give them that white jersey. Give them a white jersey. But now it's everybody look the same. There's no you got the same swag. You got the same access to the swag on JV as you got on varsity.
You got the same access to swag in Little League, to the point where now if you get a kid that just play Little League and he stays swagged out, he get to high school and the coach said, "We don't wear that shit here." Now he is the issue. That's how I play. No, that's how you want to play. You don't have to play like that.
You don't have to play like that. I am a fan of the looking good. I feel like when it's an intimidation factor. Swag is an intimidation factor. If I'm a receiver and I walk out there to line up, and it's a dude out there in front of me with standard issue. Everybody know what I'm talking about. When you go to make that creative player on NCAA or Madden, that first person to pop up, standard issue. If I walk out there and somebody's standing in front of me, that standard issue, it don't matter if he is cold. He finna get everything I got. I'm finna try my dangest to eat on him. Cause how dare you come out here and hold me looking like that? You see what I'm saying? If I pull up, if they're playing D line, if I line him in front of the center, and he's standard issue, the quarterback better get right. Who got them gloves and them shoes on? I'm looking for him. Exactly. But if I walk out there at receiver, Trey, and I'm swagged out, you know what I'm saying? I walk out there receiver, and hey, they look over there, hey. I look over there, and when I look back in front, buddy's standing right there, hey, my eyes are smoked out, sleeved up, maybe have one sleeve, wristbands on the other side, wrist tape, gloves. He got, hey, you know, back in the day, they got 3, 4, 5 pair of Nike socks on.
Be hot.
16 Under Armour bands on his legs,
around his neck.
Hey, he got his face mask tape striped up. I'm gonna be thinking twice about my first move.
Yeah, but if you go out there with a guy, I'm just saying, because I didn't play with a guy like this. One, he got on Easton baseball cleats, low cut socks.
Hey, first of all, let me tell you this right here. If you playing against anybody and they cross sporting it, they finna get on your ass. But go ahead.
You got a guy out there, he got on Easton baseball cleats, low cut socks or no socks, ashy ankles, or ashy ankles and ashy knees, no gloves, no shirt underneath his pads, and a do-rag hanging out the back.
He finna eat on y'all all night.
Hey, he finna tear your ass up.
He finna eat on y'all all night.
Because guess what? That man ain't got a care in the world.
He just want to play.
He out here playing in front of hundreds or thousands of people. Ashy, no socks. He just standard issue.
He finna get on your ass. If he got on the baseball, if he has on baseball cleats in the football game, you lost.
If he got on Easton's or Mizuno,
no, or some Nike Tiger Sharks.
Hey, hold on, Dave.
Molded bottoms, not even the spikes, molded bottoms.
Hey, them Tiger Sharks was the best cleats Nike ever made. Durable.
Hey, let me tell you how cold Nike was for them Tiger Sharks. They made them hoes so bulky and strong looking. I ain't gonna even say it's bulky and strong looking, that if you had any type of ankle injury, you was finna get you a pair of them hoes.
Yep.
It didn't matter. If you twist your ankle one time and you come home, your mama got you a pair of Tiger Sharks waiting on you. I told you about them fancy cleats. They got you a pair of Tiger Sharks waiting on you.
Tiger Sharks was a step up from ponies.
I played a whole baseball summer in some ponies and got on necks in them ponies, dog. Got on necks. Was mad when I got them because I had no clue what pony was. Oh, then I remember I tried to make them sound cool. After I found out what they were. I was like, yeah, this is what all the pros used to wear. Yeah.
Hey, wasn't they logo like a V?
It's like a V, like an off-brand Nike. That's what you always make fun of me for. It's like off-brand Nike. But when I tell you them ponies, man, when I tell you I ate so viciously in them ponies, though, I ate for like 2 years of the ponies.
bro. Bro, hey, I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting for him to come back, bro.
Look,
Everybody
he
makes
said
you come
ponies
back,
retro now. They throwback on me.
bro. I'm
They was
waiting,
throwback then. Nobody knew about them though.
bro. Hey, boy, you can go right. I bet you right now today. Tell me if I'm lying, and yeah, I bet you gonna agree. I bet you go to the Pleasant Grove Middle School field house, and I bet you there is probably about 15, 20 pair of ponies in a bucket.
No, they definitely. It's the new age around there, baby. I guarantee you all that's gone. Listen to me though. I can tell y'all. I'll walk y'all through. We're gonna open the floor up in just a second. I'm gonna walk y'all through the day I got these ponies. I'll never forget it. I was a picture from Paris last year was rocking them joints. Hey, I bet you he was eating. But hey, I was a baseball fanatic, right? Growing up, I was a baseball fanatic. I'm stupid hype. It's the baseball season that came around. It's my jam. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite one of my favorite parts of the season. Y'all remember y'all some old Texarkana babies. Y'all remember Sports Center. That was one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the season. Go to Sports Center, get them practice pants, get them cleats, get you, pair of batting gloves, whatever. If it's time for a new glove, get that new glove. That's my favorite time of the year.
Yep.
Well, Play It Again Sports had moved into town, and if anybody knows my father, we call him Cheapo. So Play It Again Sports had moved into town. Baseball season coming around, we leave the house. I'm thinking, all right, here we go. We're going to Sports Center. Sitting all, we pull up to Play It Again Sports. Go up in there, man. I get the baggiest pair. It looked like sweatpants. Baggiest pair of practice pants I've ever had in my life. Some Fila batting gloves, and them damn ponies, man. And when I tell y'all I cried from the time he picked them joints up till I got home, I cried.
I
And I'm like,
cry.
I'm probably like 10.
Oh.
I'm probably like 10 or 12 at this point, too. Like, I'm not young. But I cried my eyes out off them ponies, man. Because I thought they was trash. I knew people was gonna make fun of me. I knew, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else gonna pull up in the Under Armour, the Mizuno, the Nike, and all that. And I was coming out there in them damn ponies. Well, anyway, I got through it, but I remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah, man, the days, man. Hey, you brought a Sports Center. Shout out to Billy Powell. Hey, I love going just to look.
Yeah.
As a little kid going in there, for flag football, you getting your helmet, you getting your pants, and you look on the wall, and he got on shoulder pads. Yeah, one day, man, I'm gonna get the word on shoulder pads. I just try them on.
Yep.
I bet he thought, man, that kid weird. He's coming here to try these on. He will never buy them. He ain't got no money.
You used to walk up there.
We just walk up there. He's coming in to try them pads on. Hey, how these look?
These ones I'm gonna get when I get in school.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these bad boys right here. Man, look, you got old lineman pads way up here and the chest plate down in your stomach.
On me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rocking these bad boys next year.
I'm gonna be rocking these exactly. But at this time of the show, man, we're gonna open it up. We're gonna open up the floor, man. If you want to hop on, chop it up with us, hit that link. If you got any rebuttals, any comments, any questions, or if you want to just hop on and say, hey, give a shout out to your family, your business, this is your time. Hit that link. Also, at this time, we want you to take out a little time of your day and share this post, share this video, share this page. Hit the YouTube one time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so y'all can know when we're going live. Sometimes we got to go a little later. Just want to go a little later. Sometimes we go a little later and we want y'all to be able to catch it. So hit that notification bell. Also, hit us up on the Instagram. Hit us up on here on Facebook. And then also for our listeners that are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, anywhere you can hear a podcast voice, you can hear our voices. For y'all listeners, come to the Facebook page, shoot us a DM one time. Let us know what y'all like. Let us know what y'all want to hear. Let us know conversations to have, topics to have, guests to go out and get. If you're from the Texarkana area, let me know if there's somebody around here that you would like to see up here with us. if you're from the South Dakota area or anywhere in between or around, hit us up and let us know who y'all would like to talk to and talk about.
Hit that link.
Exactly. Also, if you are a hunter, gatherer, or anything out there in the wilderness, man, this podcast is the original home of the Dreaded Archer.
For
If you
sure,
want
for
to get
sure.
down and talk your story, if you don't want to tell it to this group of listeners, there's also another platform for you to get it out to, which is listeners just of your kind, which is the hunting community, and that's over
Oh,
on the Dreaded Archer podcast. So make
oh
sure you
yeah.
get over there and get the Dreaded Archer podcast to listen and a follow and a subscribe because he's dropping hot content every week. Got a new episode out right now.
Yep, and got another one coming out tomorrow morning.
Another one dropping on Friday morning. This is Thursday night, so we're gonna be dropping. He gonna be dropping that one on Friday morning. Another hot fire conversation episode, just like we push out over here. Just a little different spin on it. So make sure y'all getting out there to the pages, guys. Also, I want y'all to be on the lookout for the Shopify. Shopify is coming soon with the Dreaded Archer merch as well. That's some RTL merch
Oh
for you
yeah.
guys to be picking up and putting down. If you know what I'm saying.
I mean, hey, this supply chain, man, is not good. Like, you can't get nothing in. Everything's like on delay, on hold. Like, come on now. Messy. That's why I need to mess with George. Because George don't ever do you wrong.
Exactly. And I already said it one time, man. George, when y'all ready, hit us up. We got y'all. We got y'all.
Walmart phasing them out.
I think they might just be growing. You know how it happens. You know how it happens, man. It's not forever. It's not forever in Walmart no more. You start at Walmart.
They gonna move to Target.
No, they're going. It's straight from Walmart's to damn dealers now. Look at Champion.
Man, I still can't believe Champions design. I saw a dude today had a shirt that had a whole bunch big old Champions, like the logo. I'm like, bro. But I can still go to Costco and get my Champion sweatpants for $14.99.
Shameless plug to Costco. God, dog, boy, we out here giving away bread.
ain't even no Costco down there.
So you think only people that listen to Reed Talk listen down here?
No, but most people go to Sam's. It's cheaper. It's cheaper to go to Sam's.
Shameless plug to Sam's as well. Everybody getting on tonight. He's speaking of plugs, man. Before I get in trouble, hey, if you need any, what holidays coming up? Easter's next. Hey, if you need any Easter treats, if you need anything between then and now, she was last week. March was almost full, so you may be all the way down in April now for the scheduling. But hit her up over at Say Grace Home Cooked Meals and Desserts. It's going up all March. It's going up all April. Get ready, get your Easter treats. She's got them coming out hot. We're gonna have a list for y'all here soon. But y'all, before we even get the list, we want y'all to hit her up because you got to get your name on the list.
Exactly.
You got to get your name on the list. That's how hot it's getting over there at Say Grace Home Cooked Meals and Desserts. I mean, she's got a waiting list. She's booked through March, or not all the way through March, as we know. It was just almost all the way through March. She had a few spots left, so y'all get over there, get your March treats, and then Easter's coming up. So April, go ahead and get on that list for April. Get the reservation in. The treats are coming out hot, man. Get some of them cake jars, dessert jars.
Hey, and today's price ain't tomorrow's price. You better get on that list.
Exactly. Make sure you get on that list because I'm telling you, the jars go hard. The cakes go hard.
I wouldn't know. Every time I come home, hey, can't nobody make nothing for
Hey,
me.
the food goes hard, and when she comes out when she's doing the hot meals, guys, make sure y'all grab that. She makes some amazing chicken and dressing. She makes some amazing, which is like a fan favorite around this area, with poppy seed chicken. Pop it in the oven, 30 minutes, bam, home cooked meal for your whole family. So make sure y'all get out or reach out to her, our sister Tristan, over at Say Grace Home Cooked Meals and Desserts. With that being said, man, it's time for the mental health checks, man. I gotta know how you doing on a scale of 1 through 10, man. In your personal life, physically, and business wise, man. Let me have it.
All right, man. Personally, man, doing good. Just getting the house painted or the inside painted, and shit, just chilling, getting ready to go. Going out to Des Moines Saturday. So the Big Buck Classic is just a big hunting convention. I'll be doing some networking there. So I guess that's kind of personal and business. But let's see what else. So I'll say personally, man, I'm sitting at about 8 or 9. Nothing really much going on right now. Business wise, a dreaded archer is is doing it big. Got the new bow. I'll be doing I gotta figure out how to get all my new toys working. If you guys can see, um, got a new no, not a new laptop, new computer. Got a new Mac Mini, uh, big old monitor and all that. Got a camera and everything. So I got to figure out how all that stuff works. But be looking out for a new video and yeah, probably about next week. I'll be dropping 2 videos.
There we go. There we go.
Get me caught up. So hey, I'm giving the bow away. So if you know somebody that wants a new bow, have them basically watch the video, leave a comment, like the Instagram page, or follow the Instagram page, like the video, and leave a comment, and you'll be entered in for the contest. And what you call it, physically. But I'm good, man. Down to 235. So start the year off at 252, feeling good. Got some good cardio in this morning. Tomorrow's gonna be a back shoulders day, so
There we go, man.
yeah, I'm feeling about a 7.5, but I'm sore right now.
Yeah. Well, myself, personally, man, I'm at about an 8 or a 9, man. Everything's going good. Work's crazy, but besides that, it's all good, man. Um, so I give myself right there 8 or 9 on the personally, man. Everything running smooth. Physically, I feel good, man. It was hot today, actually, though. It's crazy out there at the baseball fields, man. It got hot. Um, but it wasn't nothing crazy. So I'm just gonna stay right there on the 8 or 9 physically until I can't stay there no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
business wise, man, everything's going good. Obviously, the Read Talk and Listen podcast is still going strong, still turning up. We're still here, man. Season 3, episode 13. Um, season 3 is coming to an end, bro.
it is.
It's coming to an end. I guess we are at 13, so we got to go to like 15 now.
Yeah,
Uh, so season 3 is coming to an end, man, and the feedback is great. The energy is great. When we don't come on super late, the comment section is great. The people listening on the go on Spotify and streaming services like that, their feedback is great. They keep the numbers rolling hot over there, so that's always good. So I'm gonna get my business wise, and then obviously, and then work. I'm at a game every single night doing what I want to do. So
right.
I'm gonna say business wise, man. I'm at like a 10. I'm at a 10 right now. I'll give myself a 10 right there.
You can't beat that at all.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. But before we get out of this thing, man, it's episode 13, November 13, a new 13 near and dear to my heart now. Obviously, May 13. Leave the people with something. Leave the people with something good right here for your last words on the 13th.
Man, I don't know it, man. Just I don't know, man. To these young cats, man, don't listen to these old heads out here telling y'all what y'all should and shouldn't be doing, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to run track. If you don't. But don't let the deciding factor be something that a decision that somebody else made you or try to guilt trip you into doing. You know what I'm saying? My
Exactly.
opinion, all these young cats out here, if you are a 4 or 5 star athlete in any sport, you don't need another sport to hone that craft. You know what I'm saying? Bill Gates and go learn construction in order to work on a computer. He worked on a computer. That's what he did. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Big
So
facts.
just stay the course, hold the line.
Yeah,
Keep
stay the
on
course,
grinding.
hold the line for sure. Keep on grinding. Keep on grinding, man. And my last words for the people, man, I'm gonna take Trey's what he normally says. be good people. But I'm also gonna add to the young generation of athletes coming through, man. You guys have the resources out there in front of you to go get it. If you want to perfect your craft, man, perfect your craft. Do not let others take months away from you doing what you need to be doing.
Right.
All right. To be doing something they want you to be doing, not even something you necessarily want to be doing. So make sure that if you're a football player, man, and that's what you want to do, and you know you want to be a football player, you know your goal one day is to be in the NFL. Take steps towards that.
Yeah, get them 10,000 hours early.
Exactly. Take steps towards that. If you want to be a guy that's blazing it on the track, take steps towards that. If you want to be a guy that's hitting dingers and striking people out, take steps towards that. There's plenty of resources out here for you guys to get what you need. You don't have to go outside and find that. If you're an old lineman, you don't need dance to make your feet better. You need footwork drills at being an old lineman. You know what I'm saying? Stay in the weight room. Definitely get the cardio in. You have to be in shape. The last man standing is always going to win.
Always.
So make sure you're in shape, man, and just keep playing ball, man. Don't get lost in the antics. I know the NIL stuff is all coming up, and you're a brand now, and you have to be this and you have to be that, man. Don't let yourself get lost in the antics. Play ball.
We made you drop the ball, man, in the sauce.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, play ball and take care of your family, man. And with that being said, this is season 3, episode 13 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed, and we are out.
Peace.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say, what?